Yay, my bread maker arrived. Let's open this puppy up. Cute, it says cook real food, homemade with love. All right, I have a Elite Gourmet rice cooker. You might have seen my rice cooking video of how to make brown rice in a stainless steel rice cooker. Well, now I have the Elite Gourmet bread machine. This one I purchased on Amazon specifically because two reasons. One, it was basically the cheapest bread machine on Amazon. And so many people are pointing out that my Panasonic bread machine is made with Teflon. And a lot of people are wondering, maybe it's better to get a ceramic pan bread maker. Now, when I bought my Panasonic bread machine, I didn't see this specific Elite Gourmet ceramic pan bread maker available, but it is now on Amazon. So I'll share a link in the description below to the specific one that I purchased on Amazon. So let's keep unboxing this Elite Gourmet ceramic pan bread maker. Great, so far it's come pretty well packaged. I don't see any dents. The reviews for this bread maker were really good on Amazon, but some people were complaining about the recipes that came with it. So let's just look through, see if we could find the recipes. So I actually found where the recipes are. It's basically like 2 pages of recipes. Some people were complaining about the quality of the recipes. I haven't tried these yet, okay? But one thing I do like is spreadsheets. I don't know about you, but sometimes I need a quick comparison, like what is the difference between the basic, the quick bread, the sweet bread, the whole wheat bread, you know, those kinds of things. And this type of format for me works pretty well. I'll have to try out some of these recipes. It's got quite a few actually. You can make pizza dough, cakes, yogurt, jam. All right, so now let's try the Elite Gourmet bread maker with the ceramic pan. I have my pan on my scale here. I'm just tearing it, going to 0. I have the paddle attachment. Now, I was just trying to put it in and I put it in upside down. So make sure that you have it the right way. It should be flush to the bottom. Now, the material of the ceramic is really smooth and it keeps slipping out of my hand. Okay, I got the paddle in. It wasn't that hard. It was just hard because I'm trying to film and hold the camera and do the thing. So, okay, now I'm going to put my water. This is 300 grams of water. Oh, a little bit more. All right, I poured a little bit of water out. Let's try and get it to 300 because, like I said, you really want to have pretty exact measurements, especially if I'm doing a test like this. So 302 is pretty close and close enough for me. Now let's add our 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of sugar, about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. All right, tear it back down to 0. I'm using the measuring cup that came with the Elite Gourmet ceramic bread maker, and as you can see, there's no handle, and to be honest, I don't really want to use this one, but I'm using it right now because I want to just show you how all the tools work that come with it. All right, I got 351 grams of flour. It's okay. I made my little divot, and I'm going to pour my yeast into there. That's 1 teaspoon and the 2nd teaspoon. Now we're ready to put this into the bread maker. Okay, so one thing I did notice is this does have like suction cups on the bottom, like that. And that's probably to help it so that it doesn't bounce around on the counter while it's kneading the dough. Let's open it up. Let's see what it's like putting this in there. I'm a little nervous. I feel like it's too high up, but it is locked in there. So hopefully I got it in there properly. Now let's close it up and figure out these settings. Okay, so I'm going to do the basic setting. It looks like it already comes on that setting. We'll just go ahead and do a 2-pound loaf because I think it's a little more than 1.5 pounds actually. Now I want the crust light because I don't really like it when it gets too crunchy. It's saying it's only going to take 3 hours. Now let's hit start and see what happens. It starts kneading right away. You can actually open this. That's what it looks like when it's kneading. And this is just after about 3 minutes after I started the bread machine here. One thing that is good is it bakes in like 3 hours instead of 4 hours. So we'll see how the final product turns out, but that's pretty cool. I just want to mention like the sound. Okay, so this machine just beeped at me and I was like, what the heck, what is that? So I was looking at the instruction manual, and that is actually an indicator of when you should add anything like raisins or nuts or seeds or any type of mix in. So that is one downside to a cheaper model, is that you have to add that on in your own. So like if you are not home or you're not by your bread machine, you could potentially miss that step. Here's what the Elite Gourmet bread looks like after 1 hour. It's starting to rise right now, and this is one thing I love about a bread machine, is that it does the proofing for you, so you don't have to worry about the temperature in your room because it doesn't matter. The machine will handle the proofing at the right temperature. All right, there's just 10 minutes left for the Elite Gourmet. And one thing I do really appreciate about this is look at that window. I can actually see what the bread looks like without having to open it. Every time you open it, you're letting out like the hot air. So you definitely don't want to open it while it's baking. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all finished. All right, and the bread is done baking in the Elite Gourmet bread machine. Let's open it up, check it out. I'm gonna turn it off. Let's try this little hook thing. It's pretty cool. How do you have to like... All right, I did have to use a oven mitt to turn it. I don't really know how exactly you turn it without that. All right, I'm gonna let it cool and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end, but that looks great. Ooh, nice. Wow, it came out really nicely from the pan. Look at that. Here's what the inside of the pan looks like after it baked. Pretty clean. And wow, what a cute little loaf. It's like a very small square loaf, but this is great, especially for a couple people. Feels pretty heavy. I'm gonna let it completely cool before I slice it open. All right, for slicing bread, I always use my serrated knife here. Let's first cut into the Elite Gourmet whole wheat loaf here. This looks like a real sandwich bread shape. The crust is nice. This was the light crust setting. Oh, and it baked up really well. Look at that. Nice and squishy, cooked through completely. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Let's cut a slice. Looks good. It looks just like sandwich bread. Okay, so I am trying the bread from the Elite Gourmet bread machine. And I did toast it and I put some butter and jelly on it like I always do with the Panasonic bread machine bread. One thing that is less quality, because it is the cheapest bread machine, is that it tastes really good, but it's a little bit chewy. So I'm so used to the Panasonic bread machine having those big holes and it being like a nice kind of crusty bread. This is more like a chewy bread. Now, for kids and stuff like that, they're not gonna notice, and you probably won't even notice either. It's still worth it to be able to make your own bread, to buy the cheapest bread machine. But I do see that the quality difference is there with the second most expensive bread machine, the Panasonic. So I just want to share that with you. All right, thanks for watching.